So once you're happy with each of the different sections that you adjusted the white balance and the exposure to be just what you want, then we can go into and switch over from this equal to 1 star and make it greater than or equal to, and that will bring up all of the images. You can select them all. You can do whatever you want as far as starring. I like to 3-star them all, and we will all of the color classes from them. So we'll remove the color labels from them and give ourselves a blank 3-star gallery. We can now take a view through the entire gallery as it is. I'm going to zoom out yet again, make this on a thumbnail smaller so I can see the general feel of the whole wedding and see if it flows together. And we can use this opportunity to go back through all the photos in a cursory glance, in an overview, and see if the colors match, if the tones match, if we're happy with the gallery as it's ready to deliver. And anytime we see through this process, we can make any adjustments specifically to bring them a little closer to being consistent throughout. Maybe our eye when we were going through it wasn't quite what we had hoped for, or what we wanted, or it doesn't match what we were seeing earlier or later. So this is an opportunity to go through and just check the consistency of our entire wedding that we're looking at. And then the next step, once we've gone through the entire gallery, we're going to look at specific edits and making some adjustments to the images that are more local, more specific, and maybe ones that need a bit more touch-up, maybe a little more artistry. So there's a couple little tricks that you can use to help speed up things that we end up doing to our images. One of the things we can do is sometimes we get images that have some lens spotting on it, or we've got some dirty lens things that we need to take care of, and there's little spots that show up in the image. I'll try to find you an example, but this wedding we seem to do a pretty good job of cleaning our lenses prior, so I don't have any of them to show you from this one. But let's say that there's a couple of little spots, over here, these little lens spots that get really kind of frustrating to go through and spot out. What you can do is, note that it's taken at 24 millimeters, which is as wide as this particular lens goes. So we can make some specific adjustments to the spot healing of it. And let's say we've got one here, we've got another here, we've got another here. What you can then do is go back into your library module, choose to sort by metadata, and select all the 24 millimeter focal length images, and then you can synchronize just the spot removal of that particular image. You'll be able to synchronize throughout, and then it'll take all the spots from that same focal length from all the images. Once you're happy with all of the brightnesses of the images, you can now go through and put together any panoramas that you might have taken, or stitches that you might need to put together. And this is now the time where you can do more local adjustments. So I've selected out some photos just for easy finding through my gallery of things that I might want to adjust. So for instance, I can pop into here and just it's very close to where I want it as it is. So I'm just going to throw a gradient over there on the side and bring the focus into the groom a bit more. Looking through, I can make any specific tweaks that I might want to make. This particular one, I just want to add a bit more contrast into the shoes. Also the time when you can make some gradient or radial filter adjustments. So in this one, I really want to bring the focus into the bride and groom. So we're going to put a little radiant filter on them, blue up the rest of the image just a little bit, and probably saturate it, darken it down a bit. Really bring out the couple. And then because I know these next two images are the couples in the same location, we're going to synchronize the radial filter there. And just double check, make sure that's in the right spot. Which it also did some other funny stuff to the image, which is okay. Just gonna brighten that up a little bit. And this one here. Opportunity to get things straightened up. It's always, of course, recommended that you photograph straight in camera, but sometimes life happens and we can't do that. So just making some straightening adjustments, however you want to do that, however you go about doing that. This is where you want to make sure each of the things that you're shooting is just how you wanted it, before you move on to the next step. So this is an image that I very much like. I want to do a bit more work to it. I'm going to make it a bit warmer. I'm going to make it a bit more glowy, shall we say. Just give it a bit more pop. I'm going to end up taking this one into Photoshop as an example as well. But this is your time when you can go all the way through your library, pick out the ones that you're going to want to make a few more adjustments to, things that are going to be much more important to the bride and groom, and put the final touches on your wedding. You can also select out any blog images, any album images that you want to use or you want to finish before you get them into the editing program that you're using or into the album design program that you're using, and get everything ready to send off to the blog, send off to the album, and get ready to go. So great time to go through, select all your images that you're going to want to show them, maybe in a slideshow, and edit those in any way that you see fit. In the next video, we're going to get into the specific editing in Photoshop, any specific adjustments, skin softening, and how we speed up that process to make it all go very quickly.